Howdy tubers, welcome back to the Zach Life. So I hadn't done a motorhome update in quite a few weeks. I don't know exactly, maybe 6 or 7 weeks. It may have been a couple of months. Anyway, you know, as y'all know, my dog was sick. Previous to that, I was actually busy. I had about a month. I was really busy and I wasn't able to do much. And I had to deal with my dog, and then, you know, here we are. And anyway, there just hasn't much happened to the motorhome. Now, if you saw the thumbnail, you saw we got all the trim put on it and everything, and that's what most of this video is going to be about. But there wasn't a lot of, there just wasn't a lot happen there. There wasn't a lot of video. It didn't make a whole video. Anyway, I'm just going to walk you through the coach. I did a few things kind of off camera. You know, I just kind of run in here and spend a few minutes here and there. The two things basically is I got the heater installed and I worked on the bathroom. I should have looked at the previous video. I don't remember exactly where I left it. I think perhaps the only thing I got done was painting the bathroom and putting the toilet in it, putting it back in it. But you know, this is November the 12th. You know, we're basically right up to date. You know, this video will go out tomorrow. The trim was, I don't know, a month ago or something. It's been a little while. But let me walk you around in here. First part of this, I'm going to talk about the heater and walk you in the bathroom here. If you remember, in the heater video, I installed the heater right where the power inverter is. Now this is a 6,000 watt power inverter, and when I had originally looked at these power inverters, the 6,000 watt power inverter was about half as wide as that one, and they went all the way up to 12,000 watts in that case. And when I ordered the power inverter, the small one was no longer available, and they ship you one that's in the big case. So long story short, the heater wouldn't fit, or the power inverter wouldn't fit with the heater where it was. And so what I've done is move the heater down here. So I removed that piece of plywood, cut out a big hole there. I'll have a grill put on it later, and then it blows back through this one single vent here. Now you can remember my complaining and griping about these diesel heaters. It's not the greatest. It doesn't put out nearly as much heat as it's advertised to put out. But you know, the one vent does blow hard, and the air's hot. I don't know, you know, whatever. You get what you pay for, I guess. Anyway, I want to take you on my cell phone because it's easier to get in that bathroom, and let's go look at the bathroom. So here's the bathroom. I've got the walls painted. I believe when I left it, these were not painted. I don't remember. Everything's primed and the walls are painted. The trim, which is going to be white, is not painted except the places that I accidentally painted it the color of the walls. It's still missing some trim there, here, the baseboards, of course the floor. But I wanted to get the walls painted because they'll help seal them up if we need to use this, take a shower, whatever. I won't be nearly as worried about the walls getting water on them. If you remember last February during the big freeze, I just put the toilet in like the week before, and it froze and busted the valve on the toilet. I got a new valve put in the toilet, and the floor put down, and the toilet hooked up. The toilet works. I guess the only thing left is I think I want to take a piece of plywood and put down here for a temporary sink top, and put a sink in here so I can have a sink kind of for its maiden voyage if I don't get actual countertops built. I need a way to wash my hands in here, and there really isn't one other than the shower. So other than dropping a sink in it, the bathroom is very usable. Even like it is, you know, we can take a shower, use the bathroom, whatever we need to do. The bathroom is probably going to stay in a state very much like this until the coach is nearly finished. I'm not going to put the floor in here until I put the floor in there, and I'm not going to put the floor in there until everything else is finished. And then I'll have to put the baseboards and tape the floor off and squirt all the trim. But as far as that goes, it's usable, and that's kind of the point I wanted to get this to, and that's where we're at. So anyway, let's go back in time a few weeks, and let's go work on the bumper and the trim and all the stuff outside. So right here I have got what's going to be the actual bumper, or the bumper facade. I don't know if that's the right word. This is a piece of 1/4 inch aluminum. I took it to a local big industry shop that builds hot oil trucks. They had a big 12-foot brake, They were the only place in town that had a big enough brake to break this. And the guys in there aren't really trained to do this kind of stuff. They are, you know, I walked in there and they were like, well, come give me a hand, let's see if we can do it type thing. And anyway, it's not perfect. It's overbroken in a few spots. You know, it's not great. But I think it'll look really good. Let me spin you around, and I want to take, well, I'll just show you. So the bumper obviously goes over this. What I'm going to do is actually drill and tap holes, and I've got some stainless 3/8 bolts. I'm going to bolt it to the bottom. I'm going to drill, tap, and then use these stainless, come on there buddy, you can do it, these stainless bolts. I'm just going to put one in either end of the bottom for right now. When I come back to this, I'll put some more in it. So here it is. I really like the way it looks. I think what I'm going to do is have a piece of aluminum water jetted to fill in this hole and weld the aluminum here, and then take a piece of square tubing like 2x2, this is 3-inch, and come up to this bend and then put like a bolt and a bolt in either side, and maybe a couple more on the bottom. The cutout section there in this piece of trim is actually to clear the battery box. I had to cut that out, or the battery box or the battery tray, whatever you call it, thing that holds the batteries, kept this from going up against the bottom of the frame. Alright, let me give you a little bit of idea of what I'm doing here. So I have first off, I've taken this piece and I'm basically using it as a straight edge. I was just looking down the bottom of it and clamped it to where it's lined up with this. So this piece and this piece are level, or parallel, or whatever the word would be. So I had these pieces of aluminum laser cut out. A place off the internet did a really good job. They weren't that high. They were only about 190 bucks a piece or something like that. You know, shipping, tax, and everything. But anyway, what I'm going to do, obviously this piece is too far this way. I'm just using it as a straight edge. Disregard it. I've already cut this piece to the length I wanted. It's overhanging this hole by the fender well by 1 inch. And so I'll line up my arch with the edge of that piece of aluminum extrusion, and all this should line up. Now there's a piece of square tubing, if you remember I had trouble getting rolled, that's right behind this that all these screw holes should line up with. So I'm basically just going to hold this up here and get my drill and put some screws in it, screw it home. So I got this last piece here put on last night. It got too dark and the video footage wasn't any good. Got all the lug nut covers put on, except I didn't put them on this wheel. I got the ones on the other side done. This tire keeps going flat. I think it's probably got a valve stem leaking or something. It went flat the day I mounted it, and I got to pull it off. I didn't want to put the covers on it because I got to pull it right back off. Anyway, there she bead. So I appreciate you watching. I know this video was kind of short. We didn't get a lot done. I have got a pretty neat another project coming up. I think a lot of y'all will like. It's going to, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it's going to be a trailer. I hope everything works out. It's going to be a pretty outrageous trailer, if that's what you can call it. It's going to be this motorhome's trailer, and it's going to be able to haul whatever you need to haul with it. And it's going to be specifically designed and built to haul exactly what I want to haul and pull. Anyway, hopefully it all works out. I may not start it. I've actually got one video already done. I'm not sure if I'll start it next week. It may be, I may have something else next week and it'll be 2 weeks out, but nonetheless, that's coming up. And anyway, y'all are probably sick of hearing me ramble. Appreciate you watching all the good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, and the dinger and everything else. And I'll catch you on the next one.